All right, in this lecture, we're going to learn how to do one-point perspective. Now, what is perspective? Well, perspective is just creating the illusion of three-dimensional space by using lines. Now, the great thing about perspective is that it can very accurately portray this 3D space by using this technique. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to grab our ruler. Once we have our ruler, we need to decide where we're going to put our horizon line. So our horizon line is just where the sky meets the earth. It's that line. So if you can go outside right now and look out there, if you see the mountains or anything that's in the way, it's not really going to work. But if you can see it all the way off at the end of a street or something, at that very end point, that is the horizon line. And so we need to figure out where that line is. Now, the higher our horizon line is, the more it's going to look like we're looking down on the object. The lower it is, the more it's going to look like we're looking up at it. So for this example, we're going to put it right about in the middle of our page, and we're just going to go ahead and lightly draw that in. We don't want it too dark because this isn't an actual permanent line. And then what we need to do is we need to make 1 point. So since this is called 1 point perspective, that's because we use 1 point to create this perspective. And what this point is it's the vanishing point. So everything goes back to this point and vanishes. So if you go out and stand on the middle of the street and you look all the way down to the end of the street, you'll notice that it all comes down to 1 point, and if it's long enough, you'll see that the street just eventually disappears and becomes so small that you can't even see it anymore. That's the vanishing point. Okay, and so from this vanishing point, we can draw any line we want out of it and use that as a guide to draw shapes. So let's go ahead and try an example. So if we take our ruler and put it on our vanishing point, then we can go ahead and draw a line coming off that vanishing point, and we want to keep this line pretty light. It got a little dark there, but make sure you keep your lines light when you're drawing this, because you're going to want to come back and erase it. So now we have two lines that are going off to our vanishing point. The next thing we can do is we can go ahead and draw a vertical line like so. And this one can be darker because we're actually going to leave that there. And then we can draw another one right next to it. So we'll put another one right here. Perfect. And then what we want to do is we want to draw a horizontal line coming off of this corner right there. And then we'll do the same thing over here and try to make it about the same distance or length. And then we're going to go ahead and connect those two. So connect them like so. Perfect. And then we can go ahead and draw on this edge right there, and we can go ahead and draw on this edge right there. So now we have a cube in perspective. Now if this is still really confusing, you can go ahead and draw a line from this corner to that one, and you can draw a line from this corner to our vanishing point. And then you can go ahead and create a horizontal line connecting this back area right there, and also this back area right here. And so now you've kind of created, and we want to make sure we connect these right here. Perfect. So now you've created sort of a transparent box. Now what you want to do now is you want to go ahead and erase away these vanishing point lines because these don't really appear in real life. We're just using those as a guide. So now we have our clear cube. And then if you wanted it to be a solid cube that you couldn't see through, you can go ahead and erase these lines back here that are on the other side of our cube. And then you're left with a solid white cube. And we can go ahead and draw these lines in a little bit darker. But this can be applied to any area of our page. So let's say we wanted to make a square cube out here at the top. Well, all we have to do is, first off, we're going to go ahead and draw our square like so. And then all we have to do is draw a vanishing point line from each corner to our vanishing point. So we'll go ahead and draw one from there to there. Then we'll draw another one from this corner to our vanishing point, and then one more from this corner to our vanishing point. And then we just want to connect a vertical line like so. And then from that same point right here on the corner, we'll connect a horizontal line, like so. And then we just want to draw these lines in darker. And then we can go ahead and erase away these lines out here. All right, so you can see that now we have two different cubes and they're in the same perspective, they're just in different positions. And so this one is on the right side of our vanishing point, and so we see more of this left side of our box. Now this cube is on the left side of our vanishing point, and so we see the right side of this box. And so depending on where it is, you'll see different faces. So let's try one more, because I want to show you how if you put one down here, you can even see the top of your box. So if I go ahead and draw a square just like so, I can go ahead and create a cube by drawing my line from there to there. And you can use a ruler, but I'm pretty confident in my line drawing abilities, so I can go ahead and do it by hand. We'll draw a line from there to there, there to there, and then we can go ahead and erase away these vanishing point lines. And so now you can see, we can see the top surface of this cube, but since it's right in the middle underneath our vanishing point, we can't even see either sides of it. We only see the front plane and the top plane. Now I want to show you one more thing. You can create this perspective with any shape. So you can create it with a triangle, you can create it with a circle. So all you have to do is draw your shape. So if we draw a circle right here, for example, and we draw a triangle right here, well, now all we have to do is we have to just go ahead and connect each corner of our shape to our vanishing point. So we'll go ahead and draw that in. So one from there to there, then one from there to there. Same with our circle. So one from there to there, and then another one from that edge all the way to our vanishing point. And then we just want to create the other side of our shape, so this edge over here. And all we're going to do is we're going to copy this edge right here to over here. So we'll go ahead and draw that in, and then we can solidify these two lines. Same with our circle, so wherever we want our circle edge to end, we can go ahead and copy that edge over like so. And then we can go ahead and solidify these two lines. And then I'm going to go ahead and erase away my vanishing point lines. Alright, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how one-point perspective works. In our next lecture, we're going to go ahead and actually draw a picture with real-life objects so you can understand better how one-point perspective works. Thanks for watching today's lecture, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's.